buckles with the pink and yellow cord. Some of you have like green cord, and some of you have pink cord, pink and yellow, and some of you have blue, and there's a lot of different colors out there. But anyway, so what you're going to do first is you're going to take your paracord, and you're going to measure. It's going to be hard to measure with my. You're going to measure your wrist so that you know approximately how much you want, or how long your wrist is, right? So my wrist is approximately, according to this little paracord bracelet situation. Hold on. And you don't want to measure it just super tight. So I'm going to say about right there. And I'm going to take a ruler. And my wrist is about, I'm not meters. Okay. My wrist is approximately 7.5. If you can see that, but it's approximately 7.5 inches. I'm going to add about an inch to that so that I know, because as you start tying together these paracord bracelets, they get tighter and tighter because you're making knots. So you want to add an inch to it. Whatever your measurement is, you want to add an inch to that so that you know that it's going to fit. Otherwise, it might be too small. So my wrist was 7.5. And I'm going to actually make it about 8.5. So 8.5 is roughly what I'm wanting, the goal, basically. The goal is for it to be about an 8.5 inch bracelet.
We have the same size wrist.
Oh, that's good.
Mine is literally 7.5.
So what you're going to need is roughly, you have, like I said, you have about 8 to 10 feet or so of paracord. So you have pretty much exactly what you're going to need for a 6 to 10 foot bracelet, or 6 to 10 inch bracelet. But if you went out and bought paracord to make more bracelets later on, you'll need to know this. But if for example, we just determined that I need about an 8.5 inch bracelet. That means that I'm going to need about 8.5 feet of paracord. So this is about the right, I think this is 9. I think it's 9 feet of paracord is what it is. So all of this paracord I'm probably going to use. We may trim a little bit off, but most of it I'm going to use because it's needed. All right. So you've measured your wrist. You know that you want it 8.5, right? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your paracord and put it like this, where there's you're bending it in the middle, like such, and bring up the ends. Okay, and then give me a buckle. Sorry, it's really hard to do all of this. Okay, so then you're going to take your buckle, and this is where it's kind of, this will take you a second probably, but you have to push the center of that bend into your buckle like this. Does that make sense? So you're not putting the buckle, you're not putting the buckle on down here. You're taking the very middle of your string, the bend in the very middle of your cord, and you're pushing that center part through the buckle. And you kind of have to press it there. Like such. I don't know if you guys are following along with me, but do I need to wait a second?
Oh, crap. This is difficult.
Where are you at?
I'm still trying to get it through the buckle.
I haven't even started.
Oh, no. If you need to take like a pencil or something to help try to jam it through the little buckle thing, you can.
Oh, that'd be great.
I don't want to do this bracelet right now.
You don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. But I want it.
I'm better with directions, so.
Yeah, you have directions and pictures in your packet, and obviously we're recording this, so it's going to go on YouTube, and later we're going to send it to you. So if you want to come back later and like fast forward to the part where we start putting together the paracord bracelets, you can do that. If you want to come back and watch me watch it on YouTube, this same
Yay!
thing.
I did it. Finally.
Right, so if you're to this point, what you're going to do is you're going to take these strings and you're going to pull them through the loop like such and tighten it up so it looks like this.
What the heck?
Yay.
Took like 3 tries, but I finally got it.
All right. And if you've got that far, now you're going to take the loose ends of your string and come back up through the other side of the buckle. And you can do it one at a time if you want to. Pull them out, pull them through there. Whoop. So you've got this on the very center at the very end, and you're going to go all the way down. When it's like this, you don't have a lot of screen. Okay. And you're going to take the loose ends, thread them through, and you can thread them through one at a time if that's easier. But I don't know that it is. Okay, and pull them. All right, so, and then you want to make sure that these are, I'll put them in backwards, but you want to make sure that they're, see, mine are twisted. You don't want them twisted. So I'm going to pull them back out. Okay.
Miss?
Yes? Hello? Okay, so if you've got this far, your bracelet looks like this. You've got one side of the buckle like this, and then the other side like this. This is where your measurement comes in handy again. So, do you remember what size my bracelet needs to be?
What do you guys want me to do? Hold on.
It's 8.5. All right, so you're gonna take you'll take your ruler, and you don't want to measure the prong side because the prong side of your buckle goes inside your buckle, right? So you don't want to measure your buckle twice, but you're gonna take your ruler, you're gonna unclip your buckle so that it's like this, and I'm gonna lay the end of this buckle at 8.5, and then I'm gonna take this all the way down here. So there's my bracelet, and it doesn't have to be just super tight. Like I said, you want it looser more than you want it tight, because when it's tight. But you don't want it so loose. But you definitely would rather have a loose paracord bracelet than a tight paracord bracelet. Okay, so that's what the length of my bracelet should be, is 8.5 inches right there. So I'm gonna pick this side up, and this is where the knotting comes in, the tying off. Okay. So the first one's hard because you got to try to keep your buckle still so that you don't mess up your measurement. But what you're going to do is you're going to lay it straight in front of you like this. And you're going to take the right loose string, this end down here. The middle section will be down here. And you're going to take the right side of the string and make it like such, like it kind of like a P, I guess, is what it's going to look like. And there's pictures of this in your book. They started on the left side in your book, and that's fine. It doesn't matter which side you start on. But you're going to take one side. I always start on the right for some reason. But I started on the right. I'm going to make a P. This is going over the top of this middle section, right? Then you're going to take your left side, and it's going to come this way over the top of this. And then you're going to take it. This is where it's like hard to kind of explain. But you're going to take it, and it's going to come up underneath all of that. I can do that. I'm going to do that again here in a second. This first one is the hardest because you got to try to make sure that your buckle doesn't move around too much or you mess up your measurement.
That's it. That's it. The party animals only need to get 2 of their team across to win.
Okay. So I'm going to show you that again. So this time, I did the right side first last time. So this time I want to do the left side first. So I'm going to take my left string and I'm going to make a backwards P with it this time since I'm on the left side. And then I'm going to take my right side and I'm going to lay it over the top of this string. And then I'm going to come back through underneath. It's going to go underneath this string and underneath the middle and come up through the like eye of your P. And you pull it through so it looks like this. So basically you've got your middle strings coming up through kind of like a hole and you pull it tight. Something's wonky with this. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So you're gonna do that the whole way down. So I'm gonna keep going, right? I'm gonna make a P with the right and back to the right side. You want to make sure that you gotta flip flop back and forth. If you don't flip flop back and forth, it won't be flat. It'll start spinning. So if you ever do it and it looks kind of weird, it's probably that you forgot to change sides. So I'm gonna make a P with my right side. I'm gonna take the left, it's hard to see, come over that, and then the easiest thing to do is just to pick this up, right? And just so, whoop, bring it through. And then tighten it up. Now I'm back to the left. And also a hint, I guess, to remember, like if you were to like get started on this, and then let's say your parents are like, it's dinner time, and you walk off, and then you're like, when you come back to it, you're like, oh no, I forgot what side I was on. Whatever side the knot is on is what side you're going to start on. So see how the knot is on the left? So we're going to start with the left side. So I'm going to take my left string, make a backwards P, take the right string and come up through the hole and tighten it up as tight as I can. See, and now it's switched. It's on the right side. So I'm going to take my right string. Uh-oh. Sorry, I've got a low battery, apparently. I'm going to take my right string, make a P, take the left string and come over the top of this, and then up underneath all of it, bring it through the eye of the P. And every once in a while, I think you just kind of try to make it as tight as you can. All right, knots on the left side, so I'm back to the left. This, and take this, and you come up like this. And it does, like, this does take some, like, you have to occasionally, if you don't want, like, tons of gaps and stuff in there, you do have to, like, take a break every once in a while and just, like, pull it as tight as you can to try to get all the little gaps out.
We have a saying, what happens on the layup stays on the layup. It's all about that very
Whoop. All right, how are you guys doing? Are you guys just watching?
I
Trying to
haven't
do
even
it?
got to that one.
That's okay. You can always come by and watch it, but I really just wanted to, like, make sure that you guys had a video of me doing it, because I know it can be kind of hard. You can also, I mean, you can go on YouTube and look and see kind of like what I'm doing. Once you get the hang of it, you start doing it a lot faster and it gets a lot easier. It's like tying a shoe. You get to a point where you could make a ton of these in a very short amount of time. And we did that one time, actually, several years ago. It wasn't several years. It was like maybe 2 or 3 summers ago. Our honor club members all got together and made like 200 or 300 of these bracelets within a few hours. And we gave them to the Vietnam veterans in Wilson County, and they sell them. They sell them at the fair sometimes, but they also like use them like when they go around and like make home visits and stuff to the veterans.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm sure we're not the only group that's made them for them, but they're older. It's a popular, like, you know, it's kind of like a popular little thing. Like, the older men like them, but the older men don't. They have a hard time seeing them and like making them. So that's why they employed them. Not employed. They didn't really employ, but they asked us if we could make them. So we all got together, spent like 2 or 3 days making a whole bunch of bracelets right before the fair a few years ago. So
Wow,
they haven't asked us for more since then. So they may not have run out yet because we gave them so many.
Dang.
you are so fast.
I've made them so many times. I was trying to do it really slow at the beginning, but now I'm trying to go a little faster so I can show you how to like tie it off at the end.
That is a helpful bridge to get to the exit.
You don't have to go this fast.
Possibility to bypass the depth and transition directly onto the
This is the same knot that you would use. I don't know if you guys like have seen. I don't know if it's as big of a deal to have like those like corded necklaces, like the string necklaces, friendship bracelets and stuff. It's the same thing, like the same way that you make that. It's just thicker cord. See, I'm cutting it really close with my with my string. I think maybe I had like 8 feet of paracord. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to. I don't know if I can get another knot on there or not. It's gonna be close.
See, you're already done, and mine looks like this. I haven't even like. I'm still.
That's okay. You can work on it. You don't have to finish it, obviously, in the next 5 minutes or anything like that. But like I said, I really just wanted to make sure you guys knew how
Olivia,
to
did you make a bracelet?
do it. All right, that's it,
A
y'all.
buckle
So
bracelet?
you just get down to the very end. Here's the thing. You'll probably need, you'll want to make sure it fits you first before you like decide that it's done, because it's really easy to take it apart and do it again if it doesn't fit you. Mine's actually a little bit big. I could have made it just a tiny bit smaller, probably. It's perfect, actually. But see, I don't like things super tight on my wrist, so that's actually probably about right for me. But what you will do to finish it off, once you finally get down here to the end where it's done, you're going to cut it like as tiny as you can. And then this is where you will probably, well, you will, not probably, you would, what you will need your parents help with. Or, I mean, you could probably use some glue or some fingernail polish if you really wanted to. But typically what people do to tie them off, and it tells you this in your packet, but you take I don't think I have a lighter. But you typically, like it shows you in your booklet, you typically take a lighter and just hold like a can like that you would burn a candle with or light a candle with, and you just hold the flame right over the top of the little fuzzy pieces that are right on the ends, and they burn really quickly and just like fuse together and make like a knot for you. And unless you just have snipped it really, really tiny and it won't stay, it usually like burns and makes this nice little knot, and it will like never come off. So make sure it fits you before you do that. And also don't just like go find a lighter and do it yourself. Make sure your parents help you with that step. Obviously, we did not give you lighters for that, so that's something that you guys would have to do on your own. And most people have like some sort of little lighter or something at home that they use for lighting candles or something. But that's it. That's how you make it. Any questions? I'm really fast, aren't I? Look at all these things that I made in like 30 minutes.
Where did you get this string?
Which string?
The string that we made that bracelet with.
Oh, the stretchy string?
No,
Or the paracord?
yeah, the paracord.
The paracord was actually given to me